What's up guys? Here in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to quickly mass produce product images inside of Photoshop. Here I have 9 different mockup templates that are used to create canvas wall art mockups. These are the type of things that you would obviously see on e-commerce product pages to show these products mocked up in various different environments. And then here in this folder, I have 168 artwork images that we're going to be dropping into all of these different mockups. As you could imagine, doing this one by one for 168 artwork images, 9 different mockups. What is the math on that? So that is 168 times 9. 1,512 images manually created. That would be a gigantic waste of our time, and thankfully we're going to automate this process using this Photoshop plugin, which will do all of this boring work for us. You can find a link in the description to install this to Photoshop. This is a plugin called Batch Replace Smart Objects. You can install it from the official Adobe Exchange. It's really simple to use, so as long as you're working with product mockup images that have smart objects, which basically correspond to the artwork or design layer, this plugin allows you to basically automate this entire mockup creation process. So step 1 is we want to select the folder of PSD files to use for this operation. I'm going to go ahead and select this folder here, which has my 9 mockups inside of it, ready to go. Input folder to use, that's going to be the artwork images that we want to use for the product image creation operation. We're going to go ahead and select this one here. And then in this little drop down, you can select the placement or resize rule to use for the operation. If you want to stretch all of your images to fit the smart object, if you want to fill the smart object and then just crop the excess image content, you can use that placement rule. Or if you know that all of your images are already perfectly sized for the particular mockup scene that you have ready to go, you can just use place original image. Last option is contain inside of smart object. This is useful if you're doing maybe something like apparel or clothing where the images are going to vary in size. If it's a t-shirt graphic or something like that, this will basically make it so the image doesn't get distorted or squashed, and it can just sort of be positioned inside of the print area where you want it to be. Output folder to use, that's where we want the final created product images to get exported to. So I'm just going to go here, create a new folder, final product images, like so. We'll just select this for the operation, and then you can use this little drop down here to select the export file type. JPEG is what we're going to use for this one. If you want to preserve the layering in the final scene, you can use something like PSD or PSB. If you have transparency that you want preserved, like for example, if we're doing something like this, and maybe you want to upload it on your store with the transparency retained, you can use the PNG file type or another one that preserves that alpha channel. Quality, this allows you to control the amount of compression that gets applied. So if you're going to be uploading these images to an e-commerce store, you obviously don't want to use super gigantic file size images, something like quality 12, PNG. You know, this is going to be creating images that are like 2 or 3 megabytes in size. If you're using a file type like WebP or JPEG, these are a lot better for web delivery. So you just want to find the right balance between the final image quality that you're going for versus the file size that you're going for, because it's a bit of a trade-off. You don't want super blurry dog shit looking images, because that's going to make your e-commerce store not look so good. But at the same time, there's a certain point where like too much quality will just make it so the file size is too large and the load time on your product pages can be high. So it's a bit of a trade-off, and you can just play around with this, find what works best for your particular workflow. Once we have our operation configured, you can quite literally just click run this now, and this plugin will just automate this entire process for you. So in the background here, this is our final product images folder. As you can see, it is cranking along, creating all of these automatically for us. It's going to take a bit of time, obviously, because we're doing this for such a massive number of artwork images. So the way this plugin works, it's pretty simple. Basically, for each one of these mockups inside of the folder, it'll start with the first one, and then it'll loop through all of the artwork images inside of your folder. It'll replace the selected smart object inside of the scene with whatever artwork image it's on, and then it'll just export the final product image to your specified output folder. And it looks like our operation has concluded. Let's go ahead and take a look at our final created images here inside of the folder. So here we have 1,512 mockup images that were created automatically for us. We can just scroll through, as you can see. It's really set up to where you can just come in and just sort of drag and drop and move these on to the next step in the workflow. So the plugin allows you to configure the file naming rule. You can either do the artwork file name first, followed by the PSD file name, or you can invert that and you can have the PSD file name come first and the artwork file name comes after. Whatever works best for your particular workflow, but this is pretty good for SEO purposes. You know, if your file name contains nice descriptive text about what the image is, that can help with some additional search engine boosts. But yeah, as you can see, I mean, it just did all of this work automatically for us. It was able to complete this operation in maybe about like 5 to 10 minutes. And if you can compare the manual process of creating 1,512 mockups, you have to come here, you have to replace the smart object contents, you have to find the next image you're on, then you come here, export, you give it a name, blah, blah, blah. All of that work to create one single image. Doing this for hundreds of images, doing it for multiple different mockups inside of your folder, it could really take you an entire day or at least several hours of work. By contrast, this automation plugin was able to crank out all of these product images for us in about 5 to 10 minutes in a completely automated process. All of the images are perfectly the way we want it as well, since you can just configure whatever placement rules you want to set up. That helps to eliminate human errors. There's also less likely to be any typos in the final created product images. So it really helps to not just streamline and automate this process to save a ton of time, but it also standardizes your workflow. So it reduces the possibility of defects cropping up in your final created mockups. Something else that's useful about this plugin is once you've set up your operation here, if you have a standardized workflow, like if these are always the same set of product images you create for your e-commerce store or whatever it happens to be, you can just come here and give this operation a name. You can just say make my product images, and then you can save it. Once your operation has been saved, you can just come here to the batches tab. You can just search for whatever you created, make my product images. As you can see, it shows up here, and then you can just click run batch and it'll run this configured operation using all of your settings that you set up earlier for it. Anyway, just a quick little demo to show you how easy this plugin makes it to quickly mass produce product images for your e-commerce store or Photoshop workflow. There's a link in the description if you want to add this to Photoshop and save a ton of time on your product creation workflow. Hope you found this helpful. Thank you guys for watching. See you later.